This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Hard time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. Check, 1, 2, ayy, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Dropping and they just come flocking. I just don't let they saddy. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Not much just popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah that's the thing, happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Dropping and they just come flocking. I just don't let they saddy. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own
own shit. I don't think they feeling me, I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it, but now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stop treating them nice. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents, cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
Fart in your general direction.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Too many people on a bandwagon. Done been through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin. Said thick stacks, mode change. Big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts, no gains. Big stats, mo fame. We back done said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going and running that big check. My name, sign that, mo rain. Come back home and just come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey. Come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey.
A jelly donut?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. On me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
You make me happy.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Your soft, flat triangle that the world never zooms in on.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Okay. Go to the fucking gym.
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swole back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 flexing on all you beaches. Welcome to the show. $35.99. Fam, you know what that means. That means we are coming up on a signature series, and that drops right now. Because we decided to do an evening show today, we are launching the signature series early. So it might even be currently available and then through the end of the day tomorrow. So we are extending it a little bit because we have a lot to talk about. Because we have Merch Madness kicking off. Today is the deadline for that. So I wanted to talk about the signature series first. So let's bring that up. I think I still have the image open, if I'm not mistaken. If I don't, well, you go to swolenormousx.com/signature, and that will also, for members, that will be available on the app. So you will see it on your homepage. So very exciting. And if you don't know, the signature series is our limited run, 1 day only, one-time print. And we've been doing this this is the 17th one, P3S 17. And we've done it since episode 2000. So some of you have collected them all. And they're very special designs. They're all unique, with a unique signature on each one. So it's very cool. And we're actually taking those to the next level. We're always trying to make it better, and the signature series is not going anywhere. So that goes live now. swolenormousx.com/signature. And that's for 1 day only. And that will end Saturday at midnight, because tomorrow is episode 3600. Episode 3600. So who knows? Maybe I'll see it tomorrow. But we will have an episode. We will have at least a Swolosophy, a weekend Swolosophy. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But we will have an episode. Maybe you'll have a surprise. We'll see. Okay. That being said, let's get into the first post of the day. And this one is from McKenna. McKenna says, "This is literally awesome. My boyfriend got a lot of compliments at the gym. Beetlejuice t-shirt. I love reading." Thank you so much for the review. Really appreciate it. I love reading reviews because people buy all sorts of shirts. And it really is overwhelming now that I'm looking at Merch Madness when we start talking about that in a moment. Just to see all the stuff we've created. It's really cool. And then reading a review, just seeing Beetlejuiced. Forgot about that design. Memories. All right. Well, howdy over there on YouTube. Jenilyn, haven't been here for one of these in a while. Welcome. Hey, welcome. Anyone else? Do we have any first time, long time? Maybe we'll start taking some callers on the show. Maybe we'll start doing that again. But yeah, if there's anyone new coming back, it's a live show for a reason. Come hang. All right. Let's continue. Thanks for being here. Make sure you share the show with your friends and bring people that need to make some sick fucking gains, because it is time. Oh yeah. Man, the contrast. Once I start wearing my glasses again, oh my God, everything's so blue and so bright. I missed them. I missed my shades. My myoswolitis was acting up a little bit, so that's why I brought the shades back. And it's actually really comfortable. Very nice to look at these screens again with a little bit of protection. Use protection out there, fam. Did you go to the fucking gym today? Drop in the comments. Today I am rocking, by the way, before we start talking about Merch Madness, Quality Lifting Center. Look at this. This is the OG. We changed the design a little bit now. So this is one of those first prints. And I just want to remind some of you, actually, it's kind of like an Easter egg. And we haven't talked about this in a while. And this is something that I wasn't actually planning on talking about. But some of you have designs that will never be printed again. Some of you have, I wouldn't call them error designs, but sometimes we tweak and sometimes we adjust after we put them live. So sometimes we adjust it, and after I make it, I get mine in, and then I think I would like this a little bit different, and then we change it. So some of you have some, they're not errors, but they're just one-offs. You know, sometimes you'll get you guys know when you collect trading cards and stuff, you have sometimes certain cards where it's an error printed. It's extremely rare. Some of you have a lot of rare shirts that are, if they're available on the site still, then they're just gems or they're one-time prints. So very cool. Anyway, Quality Lifting Center, 1-800-GTTFG. That should actually be a phone number. Okay, here we go. Let's get into what we really need to clarify, because today is the last day for Merch Madness. Let's fucking go, baby. I have checked out. I have checked out a lot of your brackets. Ooh, those brackets are good. There's a lot of variety with the brackets. That's something else that I'm really impressed with. There's a lot of variety in there. Some of you really sent it. Some of you really sent it and just went all in on something that shocked me. And you never know. You never know. So we're going to be posting this in the feed on Instagram. In a carousel, we're going to be breaking down the rules so people can play publicly. They can participate and understand what we're doing, so they don't just see a bunch of like shirt versus shirt and like, what the fuck is happening? So at least we'll prime people with, you know, all of a sudden you're following the pages and it's go to the fucking gym and it's Swole Tunes, and all of a sudden it's shirt versus shirt. Which one wins? And it's just like Mortal Kombat suddenly. And you're like, holy shit, it feels like you're back in Nam. No, we're going to let people know so they can play, but you have to be a member to win. You have to be a member to win prizes, which is even cooler, because then the stakes are, you guys get to really, you guys get to really benefit from all of this. It's going to be cool. Prizes are going to be fun too. It's going to be fun to see who wins. So anyway, here's your bracket. Okay. Here's your bracket. When you go to, and here's the pictures too. So you have to understand when it says I curl every day, make sure, by the way, make sure when you're filling out your bracket, make sure, right? Make sure when you are filling out your bracket, make sure that you look at these pictures. Make sure that you understand. Don't just look at the text, because if you join, if you're a member and you, first off, you click on your homepage, go to this downloadable bracket. You can edit it on your phone. You could print it out, take a picture. Everyone's been posting it in the community on the pin post. You guys are great. You follow the directions. Everyone's stuff is great. But make sure when you're filling it out, make sure that you actually look at the shirts, right? Look at this image. Just zoom in on your phone, take a snapshot or download the image, so you understand what you're actually going up against. Because if you see ice, if you just see on the black and white, it says I curl every day. It's like, okay, I curl every day. No, it's the ice shirt. So there's different, there's different layers to these. Just make sure you have the visual in mind, so you know what we're talking about here. Yeah, this is cool. So anyway, make sure that you submit tonight at midnight is the deadline, tonight at midnight. So go to resources. When you click on the post, it's right there on your homepage. Click on resources. You'll see the downloadable PDF. Fill it out on your phone or in real life, print it out, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. You can do it in editor. It's PDF. So, and then post it up on the pin post by midnight tonight. Okay. By midnight tonight. So you got a few hours remaining, and everyone can play. Everyone can play. If you're a member, you can win. You can win. Pinkston Churchill. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not true. It's not true. It's a lie. It's a lie. No, it's not true. I'm not giving away any pinks. Okay. Excellent. Merch Madness. Any questions? Any questions? Let's get into the tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. It's not really cold outside today. It's just wet. A lot of rain. Lot of rain. Hopefully you guys had some good weather, because today we did not have good weather. Wasn't good today. I mean, it was beautiful. It's great for the plants. It's great for the garden and stuff. But it wasn't like a bright, sunny, that kind of day. But those can also be brutal too. So every day you're alive is a wonderful day, isn't it? Okay. So let's get into the first post.
What's in the box?
What we got here? We got some resolutions. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you give up on your resolutions? Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. We got questions. Good here. Okay. Just wanted to pause for a second to make sure I had everything organized. All right. Let's get into some emails here. This is responding to resolutions, and you guys know how we... Let's get another what's in the box. Let's get it fresh. You guys know how you feel about resolutions. Courtney says, haven't made it to the gym as often as I would like, but I'm down 12 pounds since December and have been hitting between 120 to 150 grams of protein each day. I'm doing one thing better each week to help keep my journey consistent and sustainable. All right. Fair, honest, but good for you. Good for you. Focus on those habits. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the candor and I appreciate the self-awareness and the one thing better each week. Beautiful. We always talk about this when you're walking up a flight of stairs, one step at a time. It's going to go up. It's going to go horizontal. It's going to go up. And it's going to go horizontal. If you're going up a ton of stairs, unless you're doing some sort of race, you're generally going to take one at a time. Maybe you're very tall. You take two at a time, but whatever your standard is, that's how you're going to do it. You're not going to sprint up 100 flights of stairs. Okay. If you're in a skyscraper, you're going to do one step at a time. One step at a time. Just think of it as a metaphor. One step at a time. All right. One or two, but you get it. You get it. One step at a time. You're taking one step at a time. That's how you should think about it. That's the best way to think about it. Then you don't get overwhelmed. You don't get as overwhelmed. And you're not going to get all your results in one day anyway. So you have to pace yourself. And I think the whole, it's true from a linear and from a time standpoint, but I also don't agree. The whole, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. I don't know. If you don't sprint, if you don't do high intensity things, I think that's also an excuse for, oh, take it easy because life is long. Well, it's not as long if you don't push yourself. It's not as long if you don't take care of yourself and actually put effort into exercising and eating quality foods and lowering your stress and, doing the best that you can. Things are going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? Or you might do everything right. I don't know. You might eat healthy and exercise and get sun, but there's fucking Wi-Fi everywhere and it radiates our bodies. And that's what's causing all the cancer and stuff. Like, who the fuck knows? Right? You have a Wi-Fi router near your ball sack. I mean, you're in an apartment and there's Wi-Fi. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? So in other words, you need to make sure that you put the effort in. You need to put in the intense effort. You need to push yourself. You need to challenge yourself. But you need to also make sure that you keep the mindset of you're creating those habits systematically because you want to maintain them for the long term and improve them when you can improve them. And try to be improving on a consistent basis and have the intent to improve. A lot of people don't care. And it's like, why don't you care? Because they don't have hope. They're not thinking long-term because they're not focusing on the right things or they're in a tough situation. So it's hard to think long-term when you have short-term needs. You have to feed yourself and your family and you have to work and you have a schedule. But just know that there's a direction you can go that will improve that. And there's a mindset that you can forge and habits that you can forge that will make that something that maybe you can transition towards in the future, right? If you have a lot of momentum going one direction because of all the habits you've built and the life that you created to that point, well, it's like a large yacht. It's like a cruise ship. You can't just speedboat, jet ski, pivot, and fucking start going the other direction. You need to slowly turn that thing, right? You need to maybe wait until you go out into more open ocean because of the current or because of a reef or some shit. So. All right. Let's see. Did you give up on your resolutions? Christian. Hello, Papa Swole. Hello, Christian. I'll just finish my career and I'll start training. I cannot focus on work plus school plus homework plus gym. Would likely first finish my studies and then hit the gym. And this is actually a good conversation, so let me take a drink for a second because I'm going to rip Christian a fucking new asshole. Just give me a second. No, Christian, I'm not spitting on it. You have your priorities backwards. I know it seems like school's the most important thing, but it's not. It's a bullshit excuse. I know because I did it. I fucking did it. And I would always have regretted not doing it this way. And the thing is, the shit that's going to fuck you up in the future is because you're getting it twisted. The college and your school doesn't give a fuck about you. No offense, but chances are whatever you're learning is fucking bullshit anyway. I'm taking my odds on that. Maybe Christian's in school to be a plumber, and it's like a valuable, when I say valuable trade, you guys know, I'm not talking about I don't know, human fucking resources. I'm talking about, I'm majoring in management. It's like, oh, fucking come on, man. You know, stupid generic bullshit that's getting, automated. I'm talking, you're an electrician, you're auto tech or different things. You guys get it. Prioritize your shit. Prioritize your health. You can't get that back. So work, I get it. But guess what? Gym before work. And let me also tell you this. Gym is going to help you sleep better. Gym is going to help you, just all the benefits from training for, you'll be able to focus on your schoolwork. I could never focus on any of that mundane bullshit if I didn't train. So I always did that first and then I could focus on training. That's how I've been my entire life. And I think most people don't realize that they are that way too because they've never actually prioritized physical training. When you physically train and you push yourself and you train intensely and lifting weights, yes, you can go for runs and stuff, but nothing is going to help you as much as that kind of like long distance endurance stuff. That's like a temporary numb and you get that cardio addiction. Lifting weights, you don't get that kind of compulsion. It's not an addiction. It's just not. And you guys you understand what I mean. All right. You're not chasing that fucking runner's high. You're not chasing that, like, I'm out of breath and I'm just euphoric because I can't breathe enough. And you're just like asphyxiating and you're just getting off on it. And I'm not actually knocking endurance training, but physical, like make sure you're doing, and you can do that. You can bias towards it. I'm just saying focus on strength training because you'll get so many other benefits. Prioritize that. I'm telling you, you'll do better with work and school. Go to the gym first, go to work. I mean, I don't know what your work is, but gym, if you prioritize gym, I'm serious, prioritize gym. Okay. So if you're working at 8 a.m., okay, go to the gym first. Oh, I have to sleep. Go to sleep earlier. Prioritize as best as you can the gym. Meaning, yeah, work can be a close second because you have to go to work, right? If you need to make money for whatever you're doing for school and stuff in your career. But guess what? Train first. Physically train yourself because no matter what you're doing for your career, you need to be healthy to do it. You can't be sick all the time, no matter what you're doing. You have to be healthy. So take care of your fucking health and then do the rest of the shit. I'm telling you that people have it backwards. And when I say gym, I don't mean you have to spend all this time and take creatine and all these different supplements and take peptides and try to be like a fitness physique competitor. I'm saying go to the fucking gym, lift some goddamn weights, get fucking strong. Christian, if that's I don't know if this is male, I'm assuming. But build some fucking muscle. Prioritize it. I'm telling you, it'll make everything else better. Trust me, it'll make everything else better. Your confidence, your ability to perform and think, and you'll be relaxed and you'll feel better. You'll have more energy and more focus. Yoga is great. Like all these different things are great. But I'm saying prioritize that in your training, and then everything else can be a close second, third, fourth. I'm not saying that, well, Gym is, and that's another thing too. I know I'm ranting on this, but it deserves it. It's not like, well, gym's number one. It's not like number two gets like the shaft. You go to the gym, and because work is number two priority, yeah, I'm just not going to work anymore because I'm going to the gym. Like, I don't know what people think. You know, I'm saying, yeah, gym is number one. And you can say literally, it's like, okay, you might be like, God, my family. Yeah, okay, there's a family emergency. I'm not saying, well, quick, hold on that. We're not going to the ER. I gotta go get a pump. Hold on, after my calf raises. So you guys, I mean, I'm not saying you don't handle your life, but what I'm saying is you need to get your shit in and focus on that, because that could be a number one overall. Because if you're not healthy, you can't do any of the other shit. No matter what your beliefs are, you can't serve God. You can't serve your family. You can't go to work. You can't make money. You can't take care of you can't do anything if you're not healthy. And guess what? Last thing I'll say on this. When you're stronger, it makes Earth lighter. Think about it. It makes Earth lighter. I mean, yes, if you have more mass, the Earth will pull you towards it more. My point is, it makes things easier. It makes things easier to do. It makes things lighter. You want to pick something up, it's easier for you to pick things up. That's what humans do. We just move shit around. So I want to move things around. I want to get my ass off the ground. I want to be able to stand up. You know, it's funny. I already have, you talk about people that are, you know, older, that have trouble getting off the ground. I already know how to get off the ground if I can't get up off the ground. You know why? Because I'm always fucking sore. I know what it's like. I know what old age and joint pain feels like. My legs have been sore for the vast majority of my life. I don't think people realize that. I don't think people realize how effective it is to just essentially go through your life. I'm used to it. Oh, I can barely stand up. Yeah, welcome to the fucking club, leg day. Can't get off the toilet after squats anyway. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, my leg hurts. It's Tuesday. Yeah, all right. It's Friday. Welcome to the fucking my leg hurts club. Oh, your leg hurts because you never use it. My quads are sore because I was fucking hack squatting 685 or no, I just made that up. Definitely not hack squatting 685. That's for fucking sure. All right. Where are we? Let's go back to, we got a couple more resolutions. We got to move on. All right. Let's move on and do this one. Jennifer, did you give up on your resolutions? Jennifer says, I have gone to the gym 3 times a week since the beginning of the year, except when I had strep throat last week, and lost 15 pounds in the last 2 months. Found out I have 123 pounds of lean muscle. Oh, wow. Right. Good for you. Good for you. Let's get a golf clap.
And that's the way, I like it. You see on the sunshine band.
Good for you. Good for you. Sounds like you are happy with your results. We don't have all the details, but we hope, we wish you the best. Now, we don't know. We don't know for sure who are, we don't know. We don't post the last names here. So some of these might be members. Some of these might be other people that are on the mailing list, but we'd love them to be members. If you want to take it to the next level, make sure you check out the links. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. Join the Swole fam. Check us out. Kelly says, no pops. It's just my birthday today and I'm recovering from lifter's wrist or tennis elbow or whatever. So rest today, big birthday supper tonight, and rage on my shoulders for boulder shoulders / hump day. There's a lot to unpack here. Well, we wish you the best. And I'll give you some gorillas for that. just my birthday today. Happy birthday, Kelly. Lifter's wrist or tennis elbow or whatever. So I can't really give you any advice because that's as vague as it gets. So you have the wrist or elbow. Like, what's happening? Lifter's wrist or tennis elbow. Well, those are two different, or whatever. Your whole arm? Like, what, did you break your arm? What's going on from your lifter's wrist or tennis elbow? That's the most vague injury description I've heard in my life. So actually, we're just going to move on. Like, we're just going to plow on through. Okay.
Looks like the bus station in total recall.
Plowing on. Mike. Did you give up on your resolutions, Mike? Mike says, not since New Year's. Since October, I'm down 12 pounds. My squat is getting better. Knees getting stronger. My bench is back up to 205 by 5. My shoulder, so 5 reps of 205. I muted. That was epic. I actually didn't want to blow out everyone's ear holes. Yeah, that was a lot. That would have been an epic one. That would have been a 10 out of 10. We haven't done a ranking in a while. Maybe this is me maturing. Maybe I'm not retarded anymore if I'm not belching right into the mic. Anyway, 205 pounds for 5 reps. My shoulder hurts a little less and I'm more mobile than ever before. Trying to make lasting decisions for me and my potentially new career. I love your content and your newsletters. Oh, boy, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I like the honesty. Can we all agree that the honesty is nice? Nice. Not since New Year, since October. Oof, Mike. I'm going to spank you. That's naughty. Naughty boy. Down 12 pounds. My squat's getting better. Knees getting stronger. Good. All right. Not since New Year, since October. Oh, wait, that's a positive. Well, you're not a naughty boy. You're saying not since New Year's, since October. Mike, grammatically, that's slippery, man. I just blew right past it. I think the last one threw me off. I wasn't recovered. I thought I was recovered enough. So you're saying you didn't give up on your resolutions because you started them in October. In other words, not since New Year's. I started in October. Love your content and newsletters. I'll let you off the hook. All right. So Mike, you wanted it. You're begging for it. Yeah, I know you, Mike. Yeah, you fit in well around here. That's what she said. All right. Mike, you're clear. Keep it up. Did you give up on your resolutions? Milvia. Like, why would you respond and be like, no, I'm a huge pussy? Milvia says, I'm being consistent with the gym. It's always at least 3 times a week. Gorillas. Milvia in the house. And oh dear me. Oh dear me. All right. We got huge Jacktman over here. 2-year update. Tim. Tim is, let's just say on the left side of the screen. If you're just listening, let's say Tim was portly. Portly would be an understatement. That's a whole lot of human. That's a lot of Tim. You went from Timor to Tim. You know what I'm saying? And rocking the swole muscles matter. There you go. Good for you.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow and wow. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. All right, fam. Let's get into some Rate My Meal, fam. You know it. You fear it. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen. It's Rate My Meal. let's get into it. Actually, before we do, let me show you Pinkston Churchill. We do have a Swole card. And because I said, oh, look at that. Oh, she's tucking this way today. All right, so here's the Swole card, Merch Madness. Let's just put it on the Pinkston. All right, so we got the Merch Madness card. Let's see this way. All right. So we got Merch Madness. And because I also sent out the Swole text, and I said, what did I say? I said hashtag Fef, and I see a lot of people dropping Fef. I decided to do a very rare double-sided card. I put Fef on the other side. So it is a Merch Madness Fef double card, and that is a very... Wow, that's a nice card. So whatever you dropped, if you dropped Merch Madness, if you dropped Fef, either one, I'll take it. Because I really am excited for the start of Merch Madness. But look at that sweet pinks. Look at that Pinkston Churchill. I could just leave her on the screen. I don't even think we need to do anything else. You guys don't even need visuals. You don't even need the show. You could just look at her. Should I just do the rest of the show and you guys don't need to see anything? Just leave her on the screen? Yeah, Tainty Man's been replaced. Because he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care at all. All right. So let's get into the Rate My Meal. Let's do it. All right. Rate My Meal. First one, Brian Ochoa. Let's see what we got here. Do we have screams? What is that green thing? Is that a pickle? Sausage? Some meat? All right. That looks like protein and avocado and stuff. There's other things on it. So, all right. That looks... Yeah, you look like you're maybe at a barbecue or something. I'm not a fan of the paper plate. So you're saying rate my meal. It's like judge me. Judge me, Papa. Judge me harder, Daddy. And I will. Yeah, we're breaking it down. Now I'm going to start being more generous and in general, like, be like, yeah, okay, you got some protein. Obviously, it looks like you're doing a bunch of different things. This might blow out my asshole because I'm not used to eating these types of foods or whatever the seasonings are. So, barring all that, home cooked meal looks like you're at a barbecue or something. But to be really, to be really specific, get things out of plastic. Don't put hot foods, or if they're hot and stuff, you really don't want to put anything in those Tupperwares. Get glass if you can. Use a real fucking plate instead of the paper. But this might be some sort of a barbecue or something. Just has a vibe, in my opinion. Vegan strap on. Brit, let's see. Microwave dinners for my sugar control.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Sorry, that set me... Sorry, I read it first. No, we're not frozen. I started thinking about... things. About other things. Microwave dinners for my sugar control. Most of them don't taste like cardboard. Laughing emoji. Microwave. Hold on. There's a couple things like my... Microwave dinners for my sugar control. Is that like microwaved apple slices? What sugar what would you be controlling with apples in applesauce or sugar sauce? What kind of control are we talking about here?
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
All right. And you look like you have gravy and yeah. So you're microwaving sugar in plastic to control your sugar. I mean, you're controlling it, but you're controlling it into your bloodstream. Like you're funneling it into your bloodstream. You're controlling it, and I think you're trying to say for your sugar concentration. You're controlling it. Like you know how to control the sugar. You just don't know how to avoid the sugar. You're controlling it, but you're controlling it into your face hole. You should control it away from the house, away from the face hole, away from any orifice. There's really no application here. Away from the face hole.
I work with retards.
Kevin. How is this Kevin was did Kevin get his beef back? Remember like Kevin's meat? Wasn't someone else eating Kevin's meat the other day? Wasn't that the name of an episode? Kevin Truglio. We got some. Oh God, I don't know what these things are anymore. What is that green fucking? Are those green beans? My God. Potatoes, eggs, maybe chicken. All right, good job, Kevin. Enjoy your food. Get some. Fam, stop. Get this shit out of plastic. Get this shit out of plastic. Get some glass. Fine. You want to eat that food? You want to eat that? Yeah, it looks like it might even taste good. You know, whether you like whatever the green things. I don't know all the details of these ingredients. I'm tired of telling people like I wouldn't eat those green beans. You guys know already. Where's the fucking meat? I don't know. Those eggs? I don't know what that is. Confusing looking foods, and it's in plastic. Anyway, get yourself a glass container or something like that and enjoy your food, Kevin. Okay. I'm still getting over the sugar controlling. Mercedes Slowakowski. There's chicken. There's strawberries. There's shrimp. Man, you beaches love your shrimp. You guys love that sea chicken, don't you? You already got chicken on the plate. Man. All right. Nice home cooked meal. All right. I don't even mind shrimp. I don't even mind cooked. I don't think I'm going to do like the steamed shrimp anymore. I need my shit cooked. I don't mind good shrimp. I don't mind. I really don't. If they're done right with steak, usually it's like, okay, it's a side. If I'm getting my steak or if I'm getting like my fucking meat, we can rock. Mercedes, enjoy your food. Enjoy. All right, let's get serious here. Simona Meyer. What are those things? Oh, those M&Ms. Someone tell me what the fuck those are. I know they're lima beans or something, right? What the fuck is that? Looks like deer poop. That's green. All right. Well, chicken. Is that potato or something? All right. Oh, I don't know, man. Lima bean. Fuck. In plastic. All right, Simona, let's step it up. I would love, just try not to, that'd be an improvement, right? Now, whether or not you want to use a microwave, some people are at work and they're like, I want to heat up my food. If you want to use a microwave, especially get a glass, get like get a glass that's like microwavable, or they all should be. But yeah, come on. Get yourself. I'm assuming you're not having that cold. And if you're having that cold, someone get Simona a steak. I want to have, that'd be a great app, wouldn't it? If I create an app that you can send someone a steak. Call it Steak Alert. And I know with AI, I can go and cloud code and make an app, and it's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So if anyone else wants to try to do that, that's fine. Steak alert. Just sending someone a meatagram, beefagram. You could already do stuff like that. Yeah. Sending someone a steak. Because it'd be DoorDash or something, and you get like a random steak. Yeah, we're just sitting on Simona's picture like, let's get the... All right. Wes, tomahawk steak as an early birthday meal. Oh.
Hi, puppy.
Get in my belly!
Thank you, Wes. Thank you. Josh, Gabby. Protein and breakfast before I finish shoulder lifts today. Chobani, 0 sugar, Greek vanilla yogurt. I'm not a yogurt. Yogurt's great. Yogurt's great. This is better than a lot of other things you could probably eat, but I prefer full fat yogurt. I like Greek yogurt, but I like raw yogurt. Just be mindful if you can find. They don't really, or low temperature. I don't know. You don't want something that's a lot of times when the added sugar and all it just kind of like destroys the benefits of the yogurt. So anything with just pasteurized dairy, I'm not really a fan. But are there any other better brands? I think Chobani is one of those that's like, if someone's going to go to, because look, we talk about raw milk and we talk about, you can go to rawmilk.com. There's farmers markets. We all know that in certain places, I don't know, it's just not as accessible, or they don't want to order it, or it's too expensive for them, or whatever the limitations are. Fine. Laws have to change or whatever. What are the best options that people can get? I don't go. I really don't go to. I don't go to like I don't know. Like I don't go to Aldi's. I don't know where there is one around. We mostly order food, and Sprouts is what we usually. But I also don't handle a lot of that. So anyway, if there's any, and I think I posted like a few weeks ago about yogurt, and some of you are yogurters. So what kind of yogurt do you like? Or what kind of yogurt do you eat? I like Greek yogurt, but I like the raw Greek yogurt, which is just like, lower temperature. It's like very intentfully made, because I think with yogurt, you have to add some heat, right? I've never made yogurt. I've made kefir, but I think yogurt, you have to add some warmth to it, right? For the cultures, if I'm not mistaken. I've never tried to. Mark says the only Sprouts near me shut down. Oh, shut down. Man, you got robbed, son. Or maybe it got robbed. That's why it shut down. But yeah, it sucks, man. Sprouts is great. I love Sprouts. We love Sprouts. We like it. Let's get into some questions. Knowledge cock time, fam. Let's go. All right. Questions. Here we go.
What's in the box?
Nader. Don't be a hater. Okay. Trying to get a 6-pack by the end of summer. What can I do to help with hunger right before bed? I seem to do okay during the day, but man, at night after that protein shake settles, I start rumbling and growling down there like an Ethiopian at a barbecue. I mean, I can't really answer that question without knowing what you're eating the rest of the day. It could be dehydration. You might not be eating, you might be in too much of a deficit. Maybe you're not eating enough carbs. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Could be sleep. What time are you going to sleep? Maybe you're going to sleep too late. It seems like you're not eating properly because if you're hungry, like I don't go to sleep fasted or anything like that. I never liked that. I tried doing fasting before. It never really worked for me. I should say it never really worked, but I've tried it and it just wasn't comfortable. Fasting overnight like sleeping. I don't know. I haven't been into that for a bit. Maybe I'll get back into it in the future, but I don't know. Currently, I'm not into doing anything like that. But I did that for a while, or I tried that. I think it's good if you want to be like skinny and I don't know. I don't want to say skinny and frail because it depends on how you do it. Like if you're training and you're eating and you have more muscle mass and you do it once in a while, it's not like you're going to lose everything. But I didn't really prefer that kind of like fasting or limited consumption. I didn't want to overanalyze that. But I think it also depends on how much training you're doing, the kind of intensity you're doing, what you need for recovery and what you need for your good hormone levels and, paying attention to those kinds of things and your sleep quality. Your body will tell you these things. If you're not sleeping well, there's something that's not right. It could be mental stress, could be physical stress, could be mold. It could be humidity. It could be how close you eat before bed. It could be blue light. It could be it could just be there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. And it's up to you to care enough to address it. Dave Fjord, is bacon a good cheat meal? Bacon's a great fucking addition to a meal, my guy. So if you're eating shitty quality bacon, then you don't want to really be eating that anyway. You want to get the best bacon quality that you can. So I believe it's like, milk-fed or pasture-raised pork. But, bacon's great. It's also how you cook it, right? If you're burning it and singeing it, then you're just eating smoke, right? It's worse than that. You're just eating all that all the time. If you're cooking it you're putting it in the pan or you're spraying it with Pam and you're burning and you're, or the pigs are fed a ton of seed oils and grains or things that are high in omega-6s, things that can cause higher levels of inflammation. But here's the thing, it depends because most people aren't going to notice. Most people aren't going to notice small changes because it's just cumulative over time. Unless you hit the nail on the head, you might not fix all your problems. Sometimes you're eating a lot of ultra processed, grains and stuff in your diet. You remove those and you feel tremendously better. Your bloating goes away. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. You're removing something that's causing chronic inflammation. It might happen right away, or there might be some other things that you're doing too. Or because you've done it for so long, maybe it's a little bit more delayed in terms of how you feel. And if you're not consistent, then you don't notice these things, because if you're changing a lot of things all the time, you're not doing things consistently with intent, then you kind of feel good. You don't feel good and you can't pinpoint things. This is why whenever something happens, yeah, I had a headache and I shit my brains out and I had a migraine or something. Yeah, we went out for oysters and shrimp. Yeah, something wasn't good in one of those because it was directly after that. So I know it's not like I'm eating Taco Bell and then McDonald's and I had some chips and I was drinking Diet Coke all day and then like, oh, my stomach kind of hurt. You think? How the fuck are you alive? No, I know. You can eat a lot of crap. I used to eat a lot of crap. So it's not necessarily life or death if it's one time, but you're not eating garbage like that one time. People are eating that every week or a couple days. They just justify it by a cheat meal. So I'm not talking about Dave Fjord. Like this is nothing towards Dave. I'm just talking. So it really depends on the context. And most people that say, oh, it's one cheat meal a week, one cheat meal, you're binge eating. You're probably cheating all fucking day. And then if you're allowing yourself that, you're probably doing other shit and crap all the time, unless you're a pro bodybuilder and it's like a specific thing or, for insulin levels and, But that's not about overall health. That's about looking lean and symmetrical on a certain day at a certain time under certain lights for certain judges and a certain division for a certain weight class. You know, that's not life. So anyway, good stuff. Drop your questions in the comments. I haven't seen it. Drop it again because I don't feel like looking for it right now. We have a bunch here that are good. Oscar, let's see. Is it possible to achieve an elite figure starting at the age of 30? I mean, top, a form that will allow you to win competitions or at least compete. I'm not talking about professionalism, but about natural bodybuilding. Absolutely. 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 Is it going to be harder for you? Yeah, most likely. Because you haven't started, like, you know, people that have been lifting. Now, you could do things wrong and take a lot of like anabolics and fuck your body up young. But if you're starting to lift at 17, 18, especially nowadays, you know, kids are lifting 14, 15 because they want to, you know, they want to mog their classmates, right? So, so yeah, that's great. Today is the best day to start. Now, of course, if you want, you're being very specific. So, is it possible to achieve an elite figure? Now, the answer for most people, you ready for this? The answer for most people is no. Because everyone can go to the fucking gym. Most people that go to the fucking gym are not going to have an elite figure. So you're going to have an elite figure if you've been genetically blessed and you have the fucking insane work ethic and you get obsessed and you make it your top priority. Yes, then you can have an elite figure. But you can have a good figure or a great figure, but elite is going to be a percent of a percent of a percent. Right? So, you know, the people that win the top prize in any like competition, Mr. Olympia, you have like the person that won, you know that they had to win and show and be number one at a 1 or 2 or top or place a certain height in a major competition. And a lot of people didn't make the cut, right? I mean, thousands and thousands of people compete over the year in different years to qualify for some of these shows. So you're looking at the best of the best of the best of the best on that day and, you know, whatever. So sure, it's possible. That's a silly question. Literally anything's possible. If we can make people believe we went to the moon, then anything's possible. I'm just kidding. So anyway, is it possible to achieve, or am I? Is it possible to achieve? It's possible, but you have to have the genetics and the predisposition and the work ethic of an elite. So are you talking about Michael Jordan? Or are you talking about, you know, someone that is really good at basketball, like in like what kind of level are we talking about here? Because that's vague too. But yeah, you can build a hell of a physique. I'm 42 years old. I don't compete, but I still train like a bodybuilder because I want to completely develop my body. I want to maintain my mobility. I do mobility work. So it's not all about, you know, big muscles and size. I like that, but I also don't want to be 250. I don't want to be 230 and shredded. That's just way too much muscle naturally. I mean, I just think that's way too much muscle for someone of, you know, I mean, not for everyone, but I mean, you know, the more muscle you're carrying around, it is stressful on your body. So, I mean, in a natural level, but like if you know, when you haven't just an insane amount of muscle, it's really hard on the body. But, you know, relatively maxing out, because when do you really know if you're maxed out with your potential? It's just really hard. And what are you calling natural? And there's a lot of technology and there are a lot of additional things that allow other mechanisms for people to get leaner or to maintain muscle. And there's a lot of risks with a lot of different things. So in other words, starting at 30, sure, but it depends on your genetics and where you're starting from. Because if you're 300 pounds and you're 5'6", like, no, probably not. But you have a lot of work to fucking do, right? So where are you starting from? But absolutely. Absolutely. Great Dr. Delta, what do you think of a lifting equals freedom shirt? A play on Jocko's discipline equals freedom. Oh, that's a cool idea. That'd be good for this year for like one of our July 4th. That's a summer release. We could do a certain thing on that. We'll figure out how we like that. That's a cool one for like our 4th of July season. Make it America merch. Summer release. I like that idea. Let's see here. Chal 624. All right. Let's see. We got one more or another one. Is C1 split upper push quads? Actually, hold on. Let me see the text. All right, Papa Swolio is C1 split, which is upper push, quads, upper pull. So essentially push, legs, pull, legs on Maximum Swole, going to give same results as full, upper, lower, every other day. This is very specific without me looking at it directly, even though it's only working each muscle once per week. Okay, let me just rephrase this for people that are gonna be like, what? If you're listening, or you don't do Maximum Swole, if you're not like an official member and you haven't looked at the program, because I'm not looking at the image. I'm not looking at it right now. I forget exactly. I know you just put it here, but I'm a very visual person. So I just want to give you the most important advice based on the question you're asking. So that first one, so it's push, pull. That's essentially upper. So the first one, upper push, quads, upper pull, hamstrings. That's really like glutes, hamstrings. So literally, if you're looking at that, it says upper push, and I know it says upper pull to give you an idea that you can do that, because upper push and upper pull, like those are 4 separate things. That's once a week. That's really just upper lower, is my point. So it's just giving other options depending on what your priorities are. So you can do that's just upper lower, and then on one of the days bias quads a little more. You can still hit glutes and hamstrings. And then on the hamstrings, where it says hamstrings, you could just focus more on glutes and hamstrings and just do 1 or 2 sets of quads instead of maybe 2 different exercises. Maybe you do more of a compound day on one of them for quads, and then on the other day you do more leg extensions or sissy squats or something else. So you're saying, is that going to give you the same results as a full upper lower every other day? So that was I'm just reading it again just to make sure that I answered it. So the same results, no, it's not going to give the same results because it depends on the execution and depends on what's right for you. And let me just extrapolate on this a little bit because I think it's really good for program design. So pay attention. You're getting a little mini masterclass here. When you say the same results, it really depends on like the time frame too, because what you're talking about here, and this is something that we usually discuss, specifically as intensity, volume, and frequency. So this is all what this is about. You want to utilize intensity. It's very hard to gauge anything more than like 1 rep in reserve, and that's only for very advanced training. So for most of you and for most of my lifting, I go to failure. And failure doesn't mean like, oh, I can't move another inch. It's like, I get the last rep. Let's say I get like 9, or I get, 9 reps. And then the 10th one, I might get like a little bit. I don't know if I'd count it. And then, all right, maybe I just put it down. So I'll kind of like be like, hey, I got 9 reps plus I got 1 that kind of sucked, So I wouldn't count that as 10 necessarily. That way I know, okay, I almost got it. I didn't necessarily get it. So if I get a 10th rep on the next time I do that exercise with the same execution, then I know I got that 10th rep and I made progress. So you might get like 75% of the rep, but it wasn't like the full, whatever you normally do. I'm just demonstrating a curl, but it could be, you can picture that. Most of you do curls. Not everyone does the same exercises. So most of you, in some respect, you do a fucking curl. So you get it. You know how to bend your elbow. So it's working each muscle group once, which means you need more volume, which means you're just doing a lot more work and you're blasting the muscles more than they need because you need a stimulus, but it's going to give you longer to recover. I spent a lot of time when I was younger doing way too much volume, in my opinion, way too much volume with high intensity, and I needed a week to recover. So it was more of a bro split. I get, because you're going there and just fucking train a muscle until it was numb. So did I build muscle? Did I look big? Sure. But a lot of that was also guaranteed, just like inflammation and swelling and being like physically sore and just just blood trapped in the muscles just from just doing an insane amount of just damage and just causing just local inflammation. Plus you're younger. So like everyone else, when you're younger, testosterone's so much fucking higher and you're just jacked up and you're up all night and then going and hitting a PR for legs. It's like, you can get away with a lot of shit, right? You can get away with more shit sometimes. So, but that's why when we're talking about this, what I have found, because intensity is very important. Intensity is very important. So you want to train, if you're training to failure, cool. Then you have to, let's say you're doing every set of your working sets, let's say you're going pretty much to failure. Maybe like you just leave that last rep off. You just don't even attempt it because you know you won't get it. Sometimes you try and then you don't get it. Okay. So that's failure. That's like literal failure. You can't do it anymore. And then, if you got that, like, let's say 9th rep, and you just you got that last, chest press or whatever, last one. And then, like, I'm not getting the next one, but sometimes you just want to send it anyway. And you're like, okay, I can't get it. So whether or not you leave off that last rep or not, or you attempt it, most of your sets probably, should be going towards that. And it's really how many sets can you do with that body part and then recover so you can do that again. And of course, if you're doing 4, 5, or 6 sets, it's going to take you longer before you can do that kind of intensity and volume for that body part again. If you're doing 12 sets for chest, it's like, it might take you a fucking week, if that, and then you might not fully recover because then you're doing everything else a ton. If you're doing 12 sets for chest, you're probably doing 9 sets for shoulders, 3 sets for each area. And you're like, fuck, that's like so much fucking work. So it'll take you more to recover from that. So train intensely and then only do as little as you need in order to do it again. And in general, I would encourage most people that are training, that are more, even advanced, even just beginner or intermediate, and you're in maximum swole, I would really look to choosing a split. I'm going to add some other stuff to the program. Like we have a bunch of stuff coming with master classes about this. Make sure, look at your split and see if you're hitting body parts. If you're not sure how to structure programming, I would lean towards training each body part twice a week. That's a good ballpark, and how much volume you do, and then figure out how much you can do where you can be consistent training that body part twice a week. And if you're training intensely, you might be surprised. You're like, holy shit, I wasn't really training as hard as I thought I was. I was doing way too much. I was doing a lot of junk volume. I created a lot of inflammation and soreness, and it was taking me so long to recover. I'm able to train twice a week and train hard. I just do 2 sets or 3 sets, whatever you can recover from. Maybe you like 4 days between, maybe you like 2, maybe you like every other day and you do full body. I just prefer generally an upper lower or torso limbs. I like push pull legs, or kind of upper, lower, upper. I just kind of, I'm in flux with it. So I'll generally do like a push pull legs, upper, lower, either 2 on, 1 off, sometimes 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 2 off every other day. It depends. I just kind of fluctuate with it, but not often, I just kind of tweak. And it's okay for you to do that too. It's okay to kind of subtly adjust, but you keep it within a certain range and then you're able to adapt and you don't get, I missed a day. It all throws off anything. Well, if you're doing push and then you miss a day, you could just do a full body, or you do push and you miss a day and you can do 2 back exercise and 2 leg exercise and kind of get back on your normal split. You can really pivot if you have that mindset and understanding and you're prioritizing it. Again, when you're prioritizing it, because prioritizing is also thinking about it. And it's also meditative too. It's also meditative too, thinking about your training split. I mean, it's good to focus and think about these types of things. It's problem solving, it's complex systems. You're thinking about nutrition. You're thinking about, you don't have to obsess and be like, hey, all I'm doing is sitting there just thinking about my training program. But just pay attention. Pay attention to how you feel and how much you're doing. And are you training hard enough? Are you really pushing towards failure? Are you really giving it your all when you're doing your sets? And then how much of that can you handle so you can do it again? Because the more often you can add more reps or more weight and your body can experience that, you can make more rapid progression. And also you have to cross-check that with your preference, and everyone's different. And this is why we always talk, let's get into another question. This is why we always talk about, this is why we always talk about program design, because you're going to change, your goals are going to change, and you can adjust. And there's a lot of different ways to be successful with it. Meg Beach, I do my heavy big 5 deads, squats, overhead rows, bench Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and functional movement, yoga, swimming, walking, etc. on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, with Sunday as an active family day. I feel like I could add some more activity. So my question is, what else could I add? I would say you're doing way too much already. But I'm not here to tell you to stop exercising and being active. I just want to clarify what I'm saying. There is absolutely fucking nothing that you need to add. If anything, this is when you're just doing, it's like compulsive. But that's not bad. You might not be. So I want to clarify. It's not about adding more stuff. It's about simplifying and making it part of your life. Okay. So let's say 3 days a week, you're doing deadlifts, squats, overhead. How the fuck are you doing that? Okay. Because let me tell you, if I was trying to improve my strength, I'm not doing a heavy deadlift, a heavy squat, a heavy overhead, heavy rows, and heavy bench 3 days a week. There's no fucking way. And my point is, I'm not doing that. I'm certainly not doing that effectively. Because if I was going super heavy, let's say I'm going 300, 400, 500 pounds for deadlifts, I'm not doing that in 2 days. I'm not taking 1 day off and then fucking maxing out again. It's very hard to recover from those types of lifts that quickly. If anything, once a fucking week. How are you recovering from that? I mean, I don't know what your stats are. When I say stats, I don't know. Are you really jacked? Are you overweight like power lifter? Are you trying, like, what's your goal? It's like, sounds like you're doing everything, which is impressive. I just you can't maintain that long term. Unless you say you're heavy big 5. That means, I'm just trying to clarify. I thought maybe you do squats on Monday and then you're doing overhead. No, 5 days a week or 3 days a week. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then yoga on the other days. Swimming, I know it sounds like, oh, she's just swimming. It's something different. You're not recovering. Your body's still stressed from the workouts. Going swimming on an off day is not recovery. It's fatigue. You have the same heart. You have one fucking heart. You have one pair of lungs. You have 2 kidneys. Most people do, right? I'm just saying, it's the same body, the same nervous system. It's not a deadlift. I'm swimming now. It's different. In some ways, it's just more stress. You're breathing harder. It's just, and I'm not saying it's bad for you. I'm not saying some people can't handle more. I'm not saying you can't push yourself to a higher level. I'm just saying that you're looking to add something else. Like, you feel like you could add some more activity. When? What, rock climbing? Skateboarding? I don't know. More isn't better. More isn't better. Are you getting results? That's my point. Why aren't you happy? Why aren't you satisfied? Why isn't that enough? What else could I add? Sleep, better nutrition, better programming, more recovery. What's your goal? To get stronger? Are you getting stronger? If you're not getting stronger, there's a reason why, right? Are you making progress in your heavy big 5? Because my point is, why does you want to add more? Are you seeing progress in all of those? That's my point. Are you seeing progress? And if those aren't all going up, then the programming sucks. You're just doing stuff and fatiguing yourself, but you're not making progress. Then why are you doing it? Do it to make progress. and maintain it as best you can, right? You always want to try to be gaining strength, because if you're not gaining strength, you're losing it. When you're 85, you're not going to be squatting 600 pounds. There might be one freak of nature, Guinness World Records. The oldest person does it fine. There's a power lifter, I'm sure, right? There's a 90-year-old that squats 500, whatever. Point being, very rare, very far and few between, but you want to maintain and hold on to that as long as you can. Like whatever that strength is, for reps, maybe you don't do heavy triples when you're, 83, but you're doing, 15 reps, you're still pushing yourself. You don't use it, you lose it. So anyway, I would say stop adding stuff and look at what you're doing. Are you making progress? You feel like you could. I mean, do you need it? What about meditation? Go for more walking. Are you making progress? Like, do you have what you want? If not, it's not about what, and ready for this? Meg, if you're listening to this, hopefully we post this and tag you. That way you can see this. I think it's on Facebook. If you're not making progress, it's because you don't need to add things. You need to readjust, reorganize, and if anything, take things away. Okay. And you make more progress, because hormones, it's cortisol levels, it's stress. Just saying, if you're asking me, what else could I add? It leads me to think that you're not happy with the results or where you're at. So it's not about adding. It's going to be about, if anything, taking away and reorganizing and simplifying what you're doing and getting you on a better program. So if you're interested, you could join us, onearmorsex.com. Just come into the podcast maybe, and you can ask some questions or whatever, post up again. But that's what we would talk about. That's what we would discuss from that question. Trying to give you as much information as I can without having all the information. Jess Dunker, but that's the vibe. That's the vibe that I got. All right, last chance for questions. We got to move on. So, what separates an intermediate lifter from a beginner? Good question. It's all opinion, but let's talk about it. I've been lifting heavy for a little over a year now. This time around, I did lighter lifting for about a year and then injured my ankle. It took me a while to start up again. I no longer feel like one, but am I technically still a beginner? If you're asking that question, yes. It's really opinion, but if you're asking that question, yes. And you should always have a beginner mentality in the sense that you never are like, and I've had this I don't like calling myself an expert anymore, because the whole trust the experts, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be associated with anyone that calls himself an expert. It's not from an ego standpoint. It's just from like, what's the quickest way in the past, right? What's the quickest way you can explain to someone what's your skills? It's like, oh, I'm a health and fitness expert. It gives people the information, right? It gives people, okay, you exercise, gym, nutrition, people have an idea of what you do. But yeah, after the whole trust the experts, it's like, yeah, what do we really know? That's why I'm just sharing what I experienced, right? I'm sharing what I know. I'm sharing what I've done with thousands of people and all the benefits and things that I've experienced and the bullshit and the accumulation of all the knowledge of all the thousands or who knows how many hours in the gym, training, doing the things, trying these different things, doing them with other people, all that stuff. So anyway, if you're asking the question, am I still a beginner? I would say yes, because you're asking that. Now, what makes someone technically an intermediate, right? I think it doesn't matter. Some people will say, well, if you've been training for 2 to 3 years, or after the first 6 months, you're an intermediate lifter. So many people do stupid shit for the first fucking year or 2 or 3 years. A lot of people do stupid shit and they've been doing the stupid shit for 20 fucking years. So there are people that are in the gym for 20 fucking years and they're beginners. I know, because I've spent I wouldn't say way too much time, but so much time in gyms and training people. There are people that's been doing the wrong shit for 30 years. There are people that live their whole life and they do the wrong shit. Right? And I say the wrong shit because they don't change. They just get into a habit, do it forever, and they never make progress, and they just do that thing. And like, does it help them a little bit? Sure. But then help with fitness and training and cardio and stuff, it only goes so far as you challenge yourself to get to the next level. Aside from that, you just lose it. So you want to get to that good peak. You want to get to that peak of your training, your physical training, and like physical training combined with cardiovascular health and That's why sauna and Versa climbers and air bikes and walking and rowing and cycling and all the stuff that people like to do for cardio. Cool, great, awesome. But, you have to treat that kind of intense training. And this is what I also want to just touch on again. You have to take intense cardiovascular training. And that's a weightlifting session. So in terms of program design, people will do like this. Well, I train 3 days a week, or 4 days a week, and then I go, and then you do, or swimming on the other days. And it's like, well, if you're doing it intensely and pushing yourself, you're training 7 days a week. That's intense, right? If you're going for a nice casual walk or a good, walk, you could do a walk all the time. You could do walking 7 days a week. Your body is designed to walk. You're meant to walk. And it's really good. And it's not intense, right? That's why you can walk for miles and miles. And sure, you might get blisters or something if you have poor footwear or you don't know how to use heel strikes and different things. Point being, it's something you can adapt to do for long durations, and it's great for the body. Sprinting is a different type of exercise. That's intense training. So a lot of times people think that it's recovery because it's not lifting. You're doing something different, but it's still intense. It's still like you're lifting weights from a program standpoint, is my point. It's the intensity of the exercise. So I really don't like it when people like make posts and stuff like, hey, I'm a beginner. So a beginner is 0 to 6 months. And a beginner, like, let me tell you something. I know things and I do things a certain way that I would love to tell the person that I was after 6, I was eating fucking Sour Patch Kids and pounding all that crap until like 2017 or whatever it was. All that garbage, we've talked about it, more alcohol and stuff. And, I had a lot of cracks in my foundation that I just needed to kind of cover over. I was doing grass-fed beef and liver and stuff, but I was a lot more lax and it wasn't to my benefit is my point. I did what I did and most of you have too. But when you learn things, you always have to have that white belt mentality. You're always a beginner. And I've accumulated information now that I look back and when I was calling myself an expert and I look at that and it's like, well, yeah, I knew a lot of things and a lot of the stuff I said, I agree with now, but there's just better ways to do it, more efficient ways to do it, more things to be mindful of, even with how I trained. I'm really grateful that I never had I never really I shouldn't say, I forget all the little things, but I've been pretty good when it comes to an injury standpoint. I've stayed relatively healthy. You have your little setbacks, but you plow on, you move on, you do the best that you can, be smart, but it's a practice. I used to eat Sour Patch Kids before, but now I have, I mix the sugar and stuff and cyclic dextrin. And it's like, what's the difference between that and eating some candy? It's like, if you're going to, like I said before, and I said this still, if you're going to eat a Rice Krispie treat or you're going to eat Sour Patch Kids, right? It's garbage. In terms of that sugar, when's the best time to do it? Around when you're fucking lifting heavy fucking weights. But that's why somebody like honey, or you have other things, or I have my drink with, sugar and apple juice and stuff like that, electrolytes, and you have all that kind of stuff. You get your pre-workout or intra-workout, and you figure out what works best. But there are people that live for 20 years, and they're beginners. So it's not really about how long you've been training. It's what what you applied and what direction you've gone, and and knowing what you're doing. And that comes from giving a shit. All right, let's get into some balls deep.
That's deep.
All right, let's see what we got. Balls deep, jumping right into it. Balls are slapping indeed. Enjoy the friction. Let's do the smallest one first. That's what she said. Got to warm up. This one is called Misgendered. Okay, good. I hope your feelings were hurt.
What's in the box?
Let's see what we got.
Sometimes when I'm in public and people meet me for the first time, they instinctively misgender me. A few times I've gotten pretty honest and genuine feedback from some of these people saying that it was the way I stood or the way that I walked that made their brain perceive me as masculine.
Oh,
but I don't even know how to begin correcting these things.
Because you're a man.
I think I need help, but I don't know where to look.
Make asylums great again. You can go to the Quality Living Center. you can go to the Quality Living Center and we help you make sick fucking gains. Just call 1-800-GTTFG. And we give you steak and heavy weights and you realize, oh my God, I'm man. I'm man. I have penis. I have penis. Oh.
Boys have a penis. Girls have vagina.
Oh, I have a penis. I have peepees.
Fucking people.
All right. Let's move on. Korean diet plan. Pets over black people. All right. We got a great show. Doctors who don't listen, Korean diet plan, and pets over black people. I think I agree with most of these things. I'm just kidding. I'm not racist. I just don't like you. All right. Quality Living Center. No. If you know how to cook a steak, you're good in my book. All right. Once you go past medium rare, go fuck yourself. All right. That's just
Go fuck yourself.
criminal activity. The thing's already dead. Don't ruin its memory. Let's do doctors who don't listen because let's get this libtard out of the way.
Nothing pisses me off more than doctors who don't listen to their
eyebrows that those things won't quit. Holy Velcro. All right, Scotch Brite over here.
Nothing pisses me off more than doctors who don't listen to their patients.
What? Be careful when doctors, look, doctors should listen from, it depends on what you're saying. Okay. Depends on what you're saying. I shouldn't be like, don't listen to your patient. No, doctors don't have to. Yeah. If they're like, you should take this experimental gene therapy. And the person's like, no, I'm not doing that. The doctor would be like, okay. Yeah. You don't have to do everything doctors say. You don't have to do anything doctors say. You don't have to do anything. By the way. You can do your own research. Anyway, but I'm assuming it's for a stupid reason.
Especially when their patients are overweight and they got a little fat phobia going on. I saw this girl post on TikTok a conversation between her and her doctor where her doctor was like, you just need to eat less. Like if you just ate less, you would lose weight and everything would be better. And the girl was like, I'm literally working with a nutritionist. I keep eating less to the point where I'm literally starving myself. And it's
then your nutritionist sucks. I bet these biches are all on birth control. Newsflash, you don't have to be. You don't have to be on birth control. Ain't no one tapping. No one's tapping that. No one's tapping, or no one's sticking around. That could be part of it. Because of that mouth. Silencio, por favor. Eh?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Let's continue.
not working. Doctor straight up gaslit her. Basically, the doctor was like, I don't believe you. I do not believe that you basically have an eating disorder. Eat less and your problems will go away. Literally, what the fuck? This girl was seeing her doctor trying to figure out why she couldn't lose weight or if she had any underlying health condition that was causing that to happen. The doctor wouldn't even do any testing. How are there people practicing medicine out there that are just like, yeah, if you eat less, then you won't have your health problems anymore? Bitch, what?
Well, we know that doctors don't know about nutrition. That's all. It's a problem. This is what I'm saying. People don't go to don't go to a doctor for your health. You go to a doctor when you're sick, but you're sick usually because of things that you created. This is what we talk about here on the show. There might be things that come up that are out of your control, but it's like, what can you control? We talk about the things that most of these things are preventable, right? People get sick all the time. It's because of lack of vitamin D. It's because of lack of quality foods, poor sleep, and there's a lot of reasons. You know, sometimes shit just happens, but there's a lot of things that happen because people walk right off a cliff and wonder why they break their arm. It's like, well, you shouldn't have jumped without a parachute. What are you doing? Why are you playing in traffic? Because playing in traffic? Why? Why are you playing it? If you don't want to get hit by a car, a good choice is to not play in the road. That's the best chance you have of not getting hit by a car. Even on the sidewalk, you can still get hit by a car. There are drunk drivers and stuff and horrible things. But if you are playing in the road, well, you've increased your chance of getting hit by a car many times. You go play on the freeway, you are almost guaranteed to get hit by a car. But if you protest, no one can touch you. So it's magic. Free Palestine. Okay. Too soon? I don't know. Whatever. It's a joke. Papasolio.com. Quality Riffing Center. America.
Fuck yeah!
Bum, 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 Iran. Bum, 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 Iran. Okay. It's a banger. Crazy times. Crazy times. All right, fam. Merch madness. Drop in the comments. Let's get into two more videos. I need to eat a little bit later than normally eat, but let's go. Yeah, there's bombing a lot of people. Oh, man. Crazy, wild stuff. Let's get back to Korean diet plan. Let's get back to the important stuff that's going on in the world. Korean diet plans. We got to shut this shit down.
This is a Korean diet plan for losing 30 pounds in 1 month.
Pause. This is a Korean diet plan for losing 30 pounds in 1 month, created by actual doctor. Okay, let's see. All right. 30 pounds in a month, that is not healthy. You're shitting your brains out. Just super low carb. Was it scallops?
This is a Korean diet plan for losing 30 pounds in 1 month. Ladies, you can just unfollow me if this doesn't work. I promise you will see results in just 3 days. This is called the Glow Diet and it was made by a Korean doctor. Works 100% of the time.
Nothing works
the doctor
100%.
designed it to fix your body's root problem, not just to cut calories. So your body will not gain the weight back after.
It's a good hook. It's a good hook. This is why this video showed up. I guarantee this is why it showed up in my folder, because it was trending. It's a good hook. Your watch time. You're just pushing this to the end. It's a good hook. Who doesn't want to lose 30 pounds in a month? Yeah, right. It's not 100 pounds in a month. That's bullshit. It's not 10 pounds. I want to lose more. It's slow. People think 10 pounds in a month is slow, which is crazy because people are so fucking fat that 10 pounds is nothing, which is wild. If I lose 10 pounds, I'll look completely different. Okay.
To finish. Now, before I open up the plan, you have to understand that this plan is intense, but it's all about healing your body. Okay, the first week is the most difficult and
You tell me the fucking shit. Fucking tell me, bitch.
important.
I'm not sorry. Tell me.
You have to do a carb fast for 3 days. That means you will cut out rice, bread, pasta, and of course, sugar.
Yeah, it's all carbs. Just say carbs. Okay. Yeah, so you'll flush out a lot of water because you're cutting carbs. Carbohydrate. Okay, you cut carbs, you lose water weight. We get it.
Instead, you will drink a nutritional protein shake 4 times a day.
Oh, you are literally just going to have diarrhea. A nutritional protein shake 4 times a day. So you're pissing out. You's going to piss out your asshole. This is like some keto shit. You're going to shit your... It is going to be a faucet out your asshole. That's how you're going to lose 30 pounds. You're going to be extremely dehydrated and gain it all back. You are going to shit. You're going to piss out your ass. You're pissing out your ass. This is ass piss. Ass piss.
If you feel hungry, you eat foods like green veggies or sugar-free Greek yogurt. After the 3 days, you can have 1 clean meal and drink protein shakes 3 times a day. Week 2, you will already see results. You will see your face looking sharper and your waist slimmer. This week, you will reduce the carb fast to 2 days, but not back to back. On the other days, you will eat 2 clean meals and drink protein shakes 2 times. Week 3, you will have lost at least 10 pounds of fat. This week, carb fast for just 1 day. On the other days, you will have...
No, it's not fat. People don't realize how much water you have on your body. People don't realize how much water the body holds. Okay.
3 clean meals and drink a protein shake just once. Finally, week 4 and on, you will focus on maintaining your body. You'll do just 1 carb fast day, but you're back to eating 3 normal meals. Now, this is a lot of detail, but there are so many more important details about macros and workouts. It's just too much to cover in this video. So if you actually want to try the Glow
Buy
Diet,
my ebook.
I should get the Glow Diet app, which...
Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you. Go. Fucking Korea. We should never have helped you guys. Fucking clown show. All right. I mean, look, if you eat like shit and then you start like not eating as often and drinking like tons of, come on, you're not losing 30 pounds in 1 month unless you're binge exercising or. So look. Just why can't you just do 30 pounds in 3 months, right? Make the right changes, and it'll come off. Like, stop worrying about the scale. You guys know muscle, like when you are 200 pounds or 100 pounds or 150 pounds or 130 pounds or 180 pounds of muscle and you have a lower percentage of body fat, like you look so different. Just change your mass, like change your composition. Less fat, more muscle. Focus on putting on muscle. It's hard to put on muscle. Focus on building muscle. You'll utilize more fat. You'll trim down. It just takes time. Get off fucking birth control and all these poisons and toxins. Stop drinking Mountain Dew like it's your fucking blood type. And just make changes. It's fucking not complicated. Eat some fucking fruit instead of a goddamn candy bar, you fat fuck. All right. Pets over black people. I'm hungry. I smell steak.
What's in the box?
Oh, yeah. Pets over black. I don't know where this is going. When you see this first frame, this is called Pets Over Black People. This is going to be a wild ride.
White people have always prioritized pets over black people.
Oh, don't put this on me. I thought you were a skinhead. What? You can accuse me of that. White people have always prioritized pets over black people. That's not true. I have 0 slaves. I prioritize pets now. Are you telling me that we should have slaves again? Because I got work to get. There's work to be done. These fucking dogs, they don't do shit. They're sleeping here. Don't tell me what I prioritize. I'm not allowed to. I'd be a good massa. Warm bed. You have steak. I don't want you to be like, no, I want you to be effective. No, I want you fed. You have a fucking gym. You have a gym. Access to the gym. You could fucking train. All right, where were we? You had me reminiscing about the good old days. I love the accusatory tone. You white people have always preferred pets to black people. What are you talking about? I don't keep like a black person in a cage and feed it from a bowl. Like, what are you talking about? Not always. Aren't you supposed to be angry about that? Or whatever you are? That's holy fucking Christ. Jesus, what a fucking face.
White people have always prioritized pets over black people.
What?
Not as a joke, as policy.
As policy?
As culture. As strategy.
I don't
You
know.
ever seen a white woman weep for a rescue dog?
Yeah. Now, cross-check that. Cross-check that with how many women have mental disorders. So, I mean, you're gauging by, hold on, whatever you're going to say, you're going to gauge something based on how often or how white women cry at something? Are you fucking legit? What do white women not cry about? Especially white liberal women. What are you talking about? You ever seen a white woman cry about? Yes, they cry about fucking They cry about Islamic terrorists. They cry about a lot of shit. That's all they do. There are thousands of videos to prove it.
A white woman weep for a rescue dog, but not blink at a black child shot in the back.
Because they were shot in the back by, I don't know, the gang that there's horrible shit. But yeah, gang violence it's unfortunate, but it's perpetuated. This is some wild shit. False equivalency, I would think.
That's not a quirk. That's colonial memory at work. That's whiteness distributing empathy based on control.
Whoa.
They loved the dog because it obeyed, because it didn't talk back.
It's also completely innocent. And we created dogs. We didn't create black people. So there's that. Like, we literally, as humans, we have a responsibility to care for the creatures that we created. We literally domesticated dogs. So, like, to abuse that's like the most sinister shit. Same thing with kids. Like, that kind of abuse is like, it's sinister shit. Sick shit. Like, the helpless. Like, abuse. That's why when you have like psychopaths and sociopaths, you know, kids that abuse animals and are like lighting dogs on fire and stuff. Like, yeah, that shock. They grow up to kill people. They don't have feelings, and they just feel completely disconnected. You think? Yeah. And I'm not talking about like you're little and you have like a magnifying glass and you're lighting ants on fire. I mean, you're curious and it's a different level. But, you know, you play around with that, but you're not like getting older. You're not like, I don't know, just putting salt on slugs, I guess. I was like, it's a weird, you know, you change. Most kids grow out of it. You know, you might step on an ant, or there's a bee and you swat it away or something, or there's a mosquito. It's like, okay.
Because it couldn't remind them of the horror behind the house. But black people were never allowed to be innocent. They were property, then threat. And the dog got more compassion than the enslaved. Dogs got names, graves, paintings. Black people got numbers, chains, and unmarked soil. White feelings will organize a march for a dolphin, but stay silent during genocide. When Amy Cooper clutched her dog and called the cops on a black man, that wasn't a mistake. That was a ritual. The pet in her hand, the cop on the line, that's the structure. That's whiteness in full performance.
What is happening?
The pet, punish black people. It's not about loving animals. It's about refusing to love what they can't control.
What is
the
happening?
Pet becomes sacred. The black body becomes target. That's not empathy.
All right, we're almost done
That's
here.
empire. We remember what they erased. And we're not asking for tears. We're here to haunt. Follow for more.
This is definitely too long, but I felt like that needed a completion at that point. Okay. Swole card time. And then, like I mentioned earlier, you have 4 more hours. Make sure that you fill out your brackets for Merch Madness. We got the Merch Madness card to give away. It is right here. You have 4 hours left. Fam, let's give the Swole card away, shall we? It's Merch Madness. You might have put Fef. We're doubling up. It's a great card. We got a winner today. It is, let me get the scroll. Oh, congratulations. Where's the, hold on a second. Oh, I had a lot of screenshots today. Today it is Loretta. Congratulations. Loretta, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, swolecard 3599. In the subject, your mailing address, in the body of the email. Congratulations. Congratulations, Loretta. Golf clap, everyone. Little air horn. All right, why not? All right, let's do the throwback and we'll wrap up. I got to do my bracket tonight. What am I going to choose? I got to do my bracket. Oh my goodness. Everyone's got to do their bracket. All right, here we go.
Being a fat person, living their life, feeling comfortable in their body.
Yeah, seeing a fat person at Wendy's is awesome. Oh, they're enjoying their body. They feel comfortable in the drive-thru.
Being happy.
They're not happy. Look, you're not fucking fat and happy.
Stop the cap.
You're lying to yourself so you don't have to change. So you don't have to put in any effort. So you can blame someone else for your fucking problems. No one's happy being fat.
If that triggers you and makes you really angry, that is an excellent cue to start researching fat phobia and its role in our current society.
How about no?
That is not your cue to bully and harass them online. Okay?
Okay, if you have a fat person that's trying to justify that being fat is good, then they deserve bullying. They deserve pushback. And if you post something online, you're putting it out there for the community to make their own judgment. The reason why people push back is because it's insane, not just morally, but logically and medically. Yeah, that was a lot of knowledge cock. That was some thick dick. That was veiny. That's perfect for the end of Balls Deep. That's the money shot right there. Based younger Papa Swole fam. Oh my goodness, super zoomed in. It is available now. Let's go. All right, P3S17 is available now. Today only means tomorrow, but we decided to launch a little bit earlier because what's a few more hours gives you a little opportunity to do it today or to remind yourself to do it tomorrow. swolenormousx.com/signature. Again, swolenormousx.com/signature. And you also have to get your Merch Madness brackets posted in the comments of the pin post inside the app by midnight tonight. So make sure you get that done. You got a few more hours, and may the best Swole Slut win. And P3S17 is going to be listed also in the app. And of course, it's available through midnight tomorrow night. So don't miss out on that. Enjoy. This one's going to be extra fire, as they always are. One-time print. If you've never gotten one, now's the time. swolenormousx.com// Hit the air horn. /signature. All right. Say goodbye, Pinkston Churchill. Congratulations on the card. Signature. She's so cute. She's looking at me. Oh, you're so cute. I wish you were facing the other direction. Oh, I'm getting some belly. There it is. There it is. You should see what I see. We need to change the camera. You're always facing over here. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's so warm. All right, fam. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, Pinkston. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your steak. Enjoy your workouts. Go make some gains. Go to the fucking gym. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.